So it's part 2. Financial sort of advice for you, mine. Yeah, are you a millionaire? Can you tell me what I should do? I can tell you what not to do. See? That's my ace in the hole. I can tell you not to do as I did. Please don't make the same mistakes that I did. Because I got caught up in the credit card thing when I was really in my late teens. And I always thought, oh, it's good to have credit cards. And I realized, goodness, I'm spending more than my husband is earning. I would have jobs periodically, but mainly I wanted to be a homemaker, so mainly that's what I have been. And then I would get jobs periodically, and then I would feel so guilty because I was neglecting the home front. I mean, I can't tell you how terrible I felt. It was a horrible, horrible feeling deep inside of me, spending so much time away from home, and or even when I was working at home, it's like I ignored my family. Oh, that's great. Okay, honey, we'll talk about this in a few minutes. Thank you.
Hey, give me the Lucky Charm!
I remember one time in particular, I feel really terrible about this. I had a little baby with me, you know how you like to snuggle little babies, and I said, I promise I'll never leave you. The next day I went for a job interview so I could make big bucks after I just earned my MBA from Liberty University Online. Okay, so, but I had to work hard for it. I did. I was not asked for a second interview. I'm like, you know what? That's karma. Because I told my baby, I promised them, I'll never leave you. And then I was going to go the next day and get this job that was going to take me away from them. So I deserved a real slap in the face. It was humiliating. I don't know. Maybe I didn't dress right. Maybe I was too fat or too old or something. But that was years ago. I'm still, I haven't really changed much. But yeah, I mean, it all applies to me. Oh, well. I know. Could you give me a minute? I just got to do something. Hold on. So, I'm not really sure what I was talking about before. But when I thought about making part 2, I thought about how I would be making changes in my own behavior. And actually, I wax and wane, you know, sometimes I'm really good. When I was really, really good was when I was practically anorexic. I would hardly spend any money at the grocery store at all. It's like because I wasn't eating anything and I didn't have any desire to buy food. It's just, we saved a lot of money when I was anorexic. I was anorexic like in my mid-20s and my early 40s. It's not fun to be anorexic, so please, that's not a good way to save money. You have to save your life. It's not right. It's not right. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money on food. But why would you want to starve yourself, really? How is that helping humanity if you're starving, if you're feeble, if you can't think clearly, if you're unable to do a lot of things because you're starving? You're starving. That's not right. Come on. I mean, God wants us to be well-fed heifers. That's what I say. It's like, lead me to the hog trough. You know. But do I want to eat too much? Do I want to become unproductive? An unproductive fat sow? I think not. I think I just, you know, it's not up to me to do all the hard work in the world anymore. I don't know if it ever was up to me as a woman. That's a bit of a problem we have in Western society. We don't understand that I'm here to be a nurturer, okay? And I'm here to think, I'm here to think very deeply about things and teach others, if I may. I'm not out there to like build buildings and like, you know, swing sledgehammers. I mean, I could do that, but what a waste. 'Cause I'll never be as strong as you are on your worst day, Mr. Muscle Man, okay? I am the lady of the house, and it's very important that things be neat and tidy and orderly. This is my job. I feel as if God has really...
Oh no, stop it, Erica. Now you're really going to annoy the cancel culture.
I don't know. Cancel you. God came first, you know. He canceled a lot of civilizations back in the Old Testament. A lot of them were buried and they were never resurrected. So please, please indulge me for a moment. I don't think there's anything wrong with women going out and getting jobs at all. I enjoyed work. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it a bit too much, and I enjoyed it at the cost of the emotional, spiritual, and mental well-being of my family. Well, woman will be fulfilled in the workforce. That was the mantra in the 1970s. When I say mantra, I don't literally mean it's a religious term. It's like that's what people were saying. You know, a woman has to get a divorce and go out and get a job, put on a suit. And that didn't work out very well for me as being a child, you know, born in the 70s. That just really wasn't good. I know it's kind of antiquated, but they used to say that women who divorce actually have lower incomes than men who divorce. I mean, they plunge themselves into poverty when they decide, I want to be free, I want to liberate myself. And I'm not saying it's wrong to divorce. If that's the way things have to be, that's the way things have to be. I am not trying to judge, but I'm saying overall it's better to stick with the person and be the homemaker. I'm sorry. Are you Amish? No, but I went to a Mennonite college. I decided to go to a Mennonite college. They're very conservative. They're also very pacifist, which I love because I can't. I saw a majestic buck, like a deer, in the woods the other day when I went. I did go to a resort, but it was a low-priced resort. Okay, it's just to help a family member. And he just like looked at me. It's like, oh my gosh, if I were a hunter, not that I would ever be a hunter, I would lower my gun. I would not even aim at that majestic-looking, mature deer. Because we see deer around here all the time. Do you hardly ever see a buck? I hardly ever see a buck. I saw a young buck down the road, but this majestic-looking creature, he stood and looked at me and like, wow. I know men and women are different. Men would like, I want to shoot that thing. I would just shoot him and cut his head off and hang it on my wall. But I'm like, oh my goodness, men and women are different. I don't apologize for that. I don't. You think I'm inferior because I'm a woman, but I have my role. My role is to nurture, it's to care for, it's to pray for. Maybe it's not to go out and slay dragons, okay? Maybe it's to keep the home fires burning. I'm at peace with that. So, I mean, what does this have to do with economics? Well, we'll try to tie it all together. There are some people in the world that could generate wealth, but they're a little bit quirky, like they procrastinate. They know that they could do something, but they just put it off. And they're losing money by putting things off, so they should probably stop procrastinating. Thanks, goodbye.